In the bustling theatre of modern life, where roles interchange and masks are donned with seamless ease, the Stoic's wisdom offers a sanctuary of clarity and purpose. Are you being used? 15 signs someone is using you ventures beyond the surface, intertwining the timeless insights of Stoicism with the intricacies of contemporary relationships. This exploration is not merely an examination of exploitation, but a journey towards self-awareness and empowerment through the lens of ancient philosophy. 1. Lack of reciprocity, the one-way street. In relationships, be they romantic or friendship, where your efforts are a monologue rather than a dialogue, Stoicism speaks to the heart of imbalance. Seneca once mused, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it." When your time, energy, or resources are consistently tapped without reciprocation, it's a sign of being used. The Stoic approach teaches us to value our time as our most precious resource and to invest it in relationships that are mutually enriching, not depleting. 2. The disappearance of boundaries. When no becomes a taboo. Marcus Aurelius remarked, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Stoicism teaches the importance of living with integrity and respecting our boundaries. When someone consistently pushes beyond your limits, ignoring your no or dismissing your comfort, they are using your goodwill. Stoicism encourages us to uphold our boundaries with the fortitude of a fortress, resilient and unyielding to the whims of others. 3. Emotional blackmail, the puppeteer's strings. Epictetus once stated, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." If you find yourself manipulated by guilt, fear, or obligation, recognize this as emotional blackmail, a clear sign of being used. Stoicism teaches us to detach from these external pressures and to find freedom in autonomy, not in the approval or manipulations of others. 4. The disparity of investment, all take, no give. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Seneca elegantly captures the essence of contentment versus greed. In a relationship where you are the sole investor, pouring time, effort, and resources with little to nothing in return, it is a hallmark of exploitation. Stoicism reminds us to seek balance in giving and receiving, advocating for a life of simplicity and satisfaction in what is truly essential. 5. The vanishing act, present in need, absent in peace. Just as Aurelius highlighted, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself in your way of thinking. If someone only appears during their times of need but vanishes when you are in need, it's a sign of a one-sided relationship. Stoicism teaches us to cherish those who stand by us in both tumult and tranquility, recognizing the impermanence of external support and finding solace within ourselves. 6. The exploitation of generosity, taking kindness for granted. Kindness is invincible, but only when it is sincere, not fawning or pretense, remarked Marcus Aurelius. When your generosity is expected rather than appreciated, with demands growing ever more audacious, it is a misuse of your kindness. Stoicism instructs us to be generous, but with the wisdom to discern genuine need from exploitation, ensuring our acts of kindness are both meaningful and respected. 7. The erosion of self, losing your essence to please others. Epictetus famously said, "I have to die. If it is now, well then I die now. If later, then now I will take my lunch, since the hour for lunch has arrived, and dying I will tend to later." This speaks to the Stoic principle of focusing on the present and maintaining one's essence regardless of external circumstances. If you find yourself changing or diminishing your core values and beliefs to accommodate someone else, it's a profound sign of being used. Stoicism encourages us to live authentically, valuing our essence above the desire to please. 8. The shift in priority. You're always the plan B. In Stoic thought, the emphasis on mutual respect and value in relationships is paramount. When you consistently find yourself as the backup option or plan B, only sought out when more preferred plans fall through, it's a glaring sign of being used. Epictetus taught, "Only the educated are free." In this context, being educated means recognizing when your value to someone is conditional on their convenience rather than genuine appreciation. Stoicism encourages us to seek relationships where we are a priority, reflective of mutual respect and genuine connection, not just convenience. 9. Constant justification of actions. Walking on eggshells. Marcus Aurelius highlighted the importance of inner tranquility and acting with reason. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. If you find yourself constantly having to justify your actions, feelings, or thoughts in a relationship, it's indicative of an imbalance. This dynamic of walking on eggshells where one's autonomy is stifled is a subtle form of manipulation and control, signifying that you're being used to satisfy another's need for dominance or validation. Stoicism teaches the value of maintaining one's inner citadel of peace and autonomy, emphasizing relationships that foster mutual understanding and respect. 10. Neglect of personal growth. Stagnation for their comfort. A Stoic values personal growth and the pursuit of virtue above all. Seneca said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." If you're in a relationship that demands stagnation in your personal development or achievements to maintain the other person's comfort or superiority, it's a misuse of your potential. This can manifest as discouragement from pursuing new interests, education, or professional opportunities. Stoicism encourages us to foster relationships that inspire growth, challenge us to be better, and celebrate our achievements rather than those that hold us back for the sake of another's comfort or ego. 11. Disproportionate sacrifice. Your loss for their gain. Stoicism teaches the importance of balance and fairness in all aspects of life. When you're in a situation where you're constantly asked to make sacrifices that benefit the other person at your expense, whether it's your time, energy, or emotional well-being, it's a clear sign of being used. Seneca once advised, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This wisdom can be applied to relationships where one party's insatiable needs lead to disproportionate sacrifices from the other. A Stoic approach would encourage us to assess whether these sacrifices are truly for the common good of the relationship or disproportionately skewed to satisfy the other's desires, suggesting a need to reevaluate the dynamics of the relationship. 12. Lack of acknowledgement, invisible efforts and unseen sacrifices. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the value of doing the right thing for its own sake. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. However, in the context of relationships, if your efforts, kindness, and sacrifices are consistently overlooked or taken for granted, it's indicative of being undervalued. While Stoicism teaches us not to seek external validation, there is a fundamental human need for acknowledgement and appreciation in close relationships. The lack of acknowledgement for your contributions can signify that the other person is using your generosity and efforts without genuine appreciation or respect for your role in their life. Stoicism would guide us to find strength and validation within ourselves, but also to seek relationships where mutual respect and acknowledgement are freely given. In navigating the complexities of modern relationships through the lens of Stoicism, we find not only the signs of being used, but the strength to assert our worth, respect our boundaries, and cultivate relationships that are truly reciprocal. This ancient wisdom, when applied to our contemporary dilemmas, illuminates the path to a life of integrity, balance, and genuine connection. 3. Overextension of yourself to meet their demands. A Stoic recognizes the importance of self-care and the dangers of overextending oneself. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you consistently find yourself stretching thin to meet another's demands, sacrificing your health, peace, or personal commitments, it's a sign of being used. This overextension often comes without reciprocal effort on their part and leads to a depletion of your resources. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our equanimity and to not lose ourselves in the service of others' demands, especially when such service compromises our well-being. 14. Your achievements are diminished or undermined. In relationships where your achievements are consistently downplayed, diminished, or met with jealousy rather than celebration, it indicates a lack of genuine support. Marcus Aurelius advocated for the support of fellow humans. What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee. If your successes are seen as threats or are systematically undermined, this behavior is exploitative, leveraging your accomplishments to bolster the other person's ego or to keep you in a subordinate position. Stoicism encourages us to find joy in the accomplishments of others as well as our own, promoting relationships that thrive on mutual support and upliftment. 15. Manipulation of your values and beliefs. Stoicism places great importance on living according to one's values and beliefs. Seneca stated, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." When someone attempts to manipulate or change your core values and beliefs for their benefit, whether subtly or overtly, it's a profound sign of being used. This manipulation can lead to a loss of identity and personal disorientation. A Stoic approach to this issue would be to steadfastly adhere to your principles and to recognize the value in relationships that respect and encourage your authenticity, rather than those seeking to alter it for their own ends. Thank you for spending your time with us today. If this journey into the Stoic philosophy has enriched your understanding or aided your personal growth, please consider giving this video a like to assist others in finding these teachings. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the profound world of Stoicism. We deeply value your presence in our community and look forward to continuing this enlightening journey together. Until next time, keep walking the path of wisdom.